There's a cost, isn't there? There's a cost to the decisions that we make. And sometimes when you've made a decision and the cost has been, I don't know who I am anymore. I've lost a lot from making this choice. I'm in debt now because I did this. I wasn't too sure about, I invested in that and this went wrong. When we have a significant cost to a choice that we made, it can start to chip away at your confidence in your ability to make decisions in general. And that, I find, is what confidence really is. It's the ability to be able to take action, take the first step, move forward, even though you don't trust yourself. And that's scary, especially when things haven't worked out because of choices that you've made. It's rough because you're thinking, well, can I trust myself to make that decision? Can I trust myself for this not to go wrong? But in reality, when I look at the facts of decisions that I've made, rather than catastrophizing it and saying, oh my gosh, I don't trust myself at all because of one decision that I've made that went really bad, I have to say, that particular situation didn't go the way I wanted it to go, that particular situation, rather than generalizing that whole situation on, I don't trust myself. You see, confidence, I feel, is something that you've got to build every single day. Some days I don't feel confident. Some days I don't feel 100% sure, but I try to take action anyway, even though I feel uncertain. And it's uncomfortable, especially when you don't know what the outcome's going to be. And part of me doesn't want to know everything. Imagine if we knew everything. That would be a pretty boring life, to just know, if I do this, this is going to happen. If I do that, that's going to happen. That's pretty boring. I actually like the contrast of some things don't go that way, things don't go that way. But what I do is I take the knowledge and the experience from what I've learned about that decision that I've made. People have said to me, I'm confident, but that is certainly not how I've felt inside, because it's not something that we feel all the time. It's not something that we feel on a day-to-day basis. I haven't been confident in myself. I haven't been confident in a lot of my decisions, but I carry on anyway. I do. I carry on anyway because I am quite curious about life. And there have been a lot of things that have held me back. Self-doubt, that's a big one. Doubting your abilities, doubting if I am able to make this decision, am I able to deal with the consequences that come with it? But that's quite a negative way to focus on life, isn't it? What about if we start thinking, what about if this goes right? What about if this is the right choice? What about if I make this decision and everything turns out right? Sometimes we can focus too much on the negative, and the positive is right there as well. There's yin and yang to life. Just depends on how you want to look at it. But what about if this actually went right? That's a way more exciting feeling than, oh, I'm not going to be able to deal with it if it goes wrong. But it's so easy to feel like that when you've made choices and decisions, or things that have happened to you, or people have told you, you're wrong, this is wrong, that's not the way to go. And you start externalizing and listening to other people, and then it clouds your own judgment, your own compass. And when you stop trusting yourself, it stops you from moving forward, stops you from taking that action. Because I've done that. I've withdrew because I've thought, I can't trust myself. Can't trust myself to make. Am I able to cope with the consequences, or am I able to cope with the outcome? And it takes courage to break out, smash the door open and say, right, I'm going to take that first step. It takes courage. But The confidence builds and the self-trust builds only when you start taking action. And I've just thought to myself, do you know what? I'd rather be moving and making mistakes than standing still and nothing's happening, no progress. I'd rather be moving and making mistakes or catching my blessings. Sometimes we can be too focused on the negative. What's going to go wrong? We don't think about the cost of what if it goes right. And that's what I want you to think about. Ask yourself this question. The next time you make a decision or the next time you make a choice, I want you to ask yourself, what about if this works? What about if on the other side of this choice is my exact blessing, what I've always wanted? And until next time, I believe in you.